ride for convenience and work. Most like to feel the wind through the hair, while few overexcited enthusiasts ride recklessly, thinking it as a show of machoism. But when you answer a deeper call to ride beyond work and necessities, to romance, sense of freedom, adventure, know the unknown, and feel being part of the nature around you, that's when you become a rider. Me and Debu used to ride as young friends in the final year of college since 2004 to hang out together. Then we fell in love, matured, traveled our individual journeys, started working, let go of our college bike, got married, got a car and a second car, became corporate slaves and robots, confined ourselves to work, family and traveling mainly by car or flight for quite some time. A very normal mix of traditional modern family within a secured, non-experimental, calculated risk-taking city dwellers surrounded by friends and families with smiling faces and grudging hearts within a vicious circle of time-bound schedules and activities. We mostly are so, right? And within such a machine of a life, traffic almost always interferes our schedules. And that's when we thought of getting a bike again, a little more fancier than our earlier college bike, and in came the Royal Enfield Bullet 500cc. And with the name and the famous thud of it, also came an itch to do something more with it than just being an easier commute. An itch to break the monotony and the vicious circle where we had parked ourselves into. That feeling was hereditary for me, from both my parents. But for Debu, the itch was just getting started. But what to do about that itch was the primary and hurdle of a question. As a first step, Debu joined a Royal Enfield Kolkata-based club, the Eastern Bulls, sometime mid of 2017. They are a mixed band of people from all walks of life, and with a common and passionate love for Royal Enfield. The founder of the club, Indrajit Sen, or Indy Sen, actually did a good job to register this club to promote biking community in the city of Kolkata in a good spirit of biking brotherhood and in a very responsible way. So Debu too joined the club and went riding with them on few local and nearby occasions. At that time, Debu had just his Bullet 500cc, an LS2 helmet, and his compelling interest to ride out of mundanes. He is also a careful person by nature, and so it took him some time to open up and ride together as a band of riders. As for me, I begged and begged right from the mention of it and was finally permitted to join him eventually as a pillion. Now, a pillion and a missus is often considered a boomerang in the biking community. Motorbikes are best for solo trips, and ladies, especially wives, are considered to put shackles on their hubbies from riding to venture. So my first few trips were considered perhaps as test drives to whether to permit Debu to continue riding or not, which they thought would naturally meet the obvious result of melodrama. But little did they know that I felt right at home amongst them and loved to join Debu and the biking I was still recovering from a prolonged cancerous situation when Bob MC Riders Mania 2019 opened slots for booking in Udaipur, Rajasthan. It was a whopping more than 2,200 kilometers distance one way. That was our first call to ride across country from Kolkata to Rajasthan. Neither Debu, let alone me, had ever ridden 100 kilometers at a stretch before then. Until then, Debu had covered only few short trips across Kolkata. So with that nominal experience, we fueled our spirits and aimed from local to cross-country level and started to gear up. Absurd as it may sound, but both of us knew we just had to go. Before hitting the road, the A-list was made, as shown here. Collected the basics, and with multiple visits to the garage to oil and shine up our bullet, our ride was ready for the highway too, just like us. We sure missed a few things, but that's all a part of the lessons learned and maturing as riders. Here are a few glimpses of the Rajasthan trip, which I find lacking to explain in words. One can only feel. trip gives us a mini test ride of various flavors of life itself. While every travel teaches us something larger than life, adventure trips tests our mettle to the core. We are normal, law-abiding, simple people falling in the matured young category with not-so-elastic circle of possibilities to take risks and test our mettle. So sporting a planned motorbike trip sure fulfills that awesome thirst for adventure and lets us live life to the hilt and back. Try it, see. Your life will not be the same again, with a promise that once will not be enough, right?